An arc fault circuit interrupter, or AFCI breaker, is a safety device designed to protect against electrical fires caused by arcing faults. However, AFCI breakers can sometimes trip unnecessarily, a phenomenon known as nuisance tripping. Understanding the possible causes of nuisance tripping and how to differentiate them from actual dangerous arc faults is crucial for electrical safety and efficient troubleshooting. Some possible reasons for AFCI breaker nuisance tripping include loose or improperly connected wires. Loose connections or incorrect wiring can create arcing, which can be detected by AFCI breakers and cause nuisance trips. Another reason is the proximity of hot and neutral conductors. When the hot and neutral conductors are too close together, the magnetic field around the hot conductor can interfere with the neutral, causing trippage. High-frequency noise can also cause nuisance trips. Certain types of electronic devices, such as switch-mode power supplies, can generate high-frequency noise that can trigger AFCI breakers. A ground fault path can also cause nuisance trips. A ground fault, even a very small one, can cause current to flow back through the neutral conductor, which AFCI breakers can detect as an arc fault. A defective ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI outlet, can cause nuisance trips. If there is a GFCI outlet downstream of the AFCI breaker, a problem with the GFCI can cause nuisance tripping of the AFCI. Now, how to determine if the nuisance trip is life-threatening. Firstly, inspect the wiring. Carefully check the wiring in the affected circuit for any loose connections, damaged insulation, or improper wiring practices. Secondly, measure current draw. Use a multimeter to measure the current draw in the circuit. Arcing will typically cause a high current draw. Thirdly, try different loads. Connect different loads to the circuit to see if the breaker still trips. If it only trips with certain loads, it may be an issue with the load itself. If unable to determine the cause of the nuisance tripping, it is best to call a qualified electrician for further investigation. Some additional tips to reduce electromagnetic interference from nearby hot conductors is to use shielded cable. Wire hot and neutral conductors as far apart as possible in device boxes. Ensure that all electrical connections are tight and secure. Use a ground fault tester to locate any ground faults within the circuit. When troubleshooting AFCI breakers, safety is paramount. Always de-energize the circuit before inspecting wiring or making any changes. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as insulated gloves and safety glasses. If you are uncomfortable working with electricity, it is best to call a qualified electrician. Now let's dive into more detail on each of these causes of AFCI tripping, starting with loose or improperly connected wires. Loose connections are a very common cause of many electrical problems, not just AFCI trips. When a wire is not securely connected to a terminal, outlet, switch, or other device, it can create a high resistance point. This resistance generates heat and can lead to arcing, which is exactly what the AFCI is designed to detect. Look for blackened or burned wires and devices. These are telltale signs of a loose connection. Make sure all wire connections are tight and properly torqued according to the manufacturer's specifications. For screw terminals, use a screwdriver of the correct size and type to avoid damaging the screw head. For push-in terminals, ensure the wire is fully inserted and locked in place. Improper wiring can also cause arcing. For example, if the neutral and ground wires are accidentally crossed, it can create a circulating current path that the AFCI will interpret as an arc fault. Double-check all wiring connections to ensure they are correct according to the wiring diagram. Use a wiring tester to verify the correct polarity of outlets and switches. The next topic is the proximity of hot and neutral conductors. The AFCI breaker works by monitoring the current flowing through the hot and neutral wires. Under normal conditions, the current in the hot wire should be equal to the current in the neutral wire. However, if there is an arc fault, some of the current will leak to ground, causing an imbalance between the hot and neutral wires. The AFCI breaker detects this imbalance and trips the circuit. When the hot and neutral wires are run too close together for a long distance, the electromagnetic field created by the hot wire can induce a small current in the neutral wire. This induced current can create a slight imbalance that the AFCI breaker may interpret as an arc fault, leading to a nuisance trip. This is more likely to occur in older wiring installations where the hot and neutral wires are run in separate conduits or are not tightly twisted together. To minimize this effect, keep the hot and neutral wires as far apart as possible, especially in device boxes. Use shielded cable, which has a metallic shield that helps to block electromagnetic interference. Ensure the hot and neutral wires are tightly twisted together, which helps to cancel out the electromagnetic fields. High-frequency noise is next. Many electronic devices, such as computers, televisions, and LED lighting, use switch mode power supplies to convert alternating current, or AC, to direct current, or DC. These power supplies can generate high-frequency noise, which is a type of electrical interference that can travel through the electrical wiring. The AFCI breaker is designed to detect high-frequency noise, as it can be a sign of an arc fault. However, some electronic devices generate enough noise to trigger the AFCI breaker even when there is no actual arc fault. To troubleshoot this issue, try unplugging electronic devices one at a time to see if the AFCI breaker stops tripping. If you identify a specific device that is causing the problem, try using a different outlet or power strip with built-in noise filtering. You can also try replacing the device with a different model that generates less noise. Now, let's talk about the ground fault path. A ground fault occurs when current leaks from a hot wire to ground. This can happen if the insulation on a wire is damaged, or if a metal object comes into contact with a live wire. Even a very small ground fault can cause an AFCI breaker to trip, as the AFCI breaker is designed to detect even the smallest imbalances between the hot and neutral wires. To troubleshoot a ground fault, use a ground fault tester to check for current leakage. This tester injects a small current into the circuit and measures the amount of current that returns through the ground wire. If there is a ground fault, the tester will detect the leakage current and indicate the location of the fault. Once you have located the ground fault, repair the damaged wiring or replace the faulty device. Next, a defective GFCI outlet. A GFCI outlet is designed to protect against ground faults by detecting imbalances between the hot and neutral wires. If a ground fault is detected, the GFCI outlet will trip, cutting off the power to the circuit. If there is a GFCI outlet downstream of an AFCI breaker, a problem with the GFCI outlet can cause the AFCI breaker to trip. For example, if the GFCI outlet is old or damaged, it may start to leak current to ground, which can trigger the AFCI breaker. To troubleshoot this issue, try replacing the GFCI outlet with a new one. Make sure the new GFCI outlet is properly wired and tested before putting it into service. Inspecting the wiring is crucial. Carefully check the wiring in the affected circuit for any loose connections, damaged insulation, or improper wiring practices. Look for signs of overheating, such as melted or discolored insulation. Pay close attention to the connections at outlets, switches, and light fixtures. Ensure that all wires are properly terminated and that there are no loose strands of wire. If you find any damaged wiring, repair it immediately. Replace any damaged outlets, switches, or light fixtures. Measuring the current draw on the circuit can help determine if there is an arcing fault. Arcing faults typically cause a high current draw, as the arc creates a low resistance path for current to flow. Use a multimeter to measure the current on each circuit. Compare the current draw to the rated capacity of the circuit breaker. If the current draw is significantly higher than expected, there may be an arcing fault. To pinpoint the location of the arc, use a non-contact voltage tester to scan the wiring for areas of high voltage. The non-contact voltage tester will detect the electromagnetic field created by the arc. Trying different loads can help to isolate the problem. Connect different loads to the circuit to see if the breaker still trips. If it only trips with certain loads, it may be an issue with the load itself. For example, a faulty appliance may be drawing excessive current or generating high-frequency noise. Try unplugging each appliance one at a time to see if the breaker stops tripping. If you identify a specific appliance that is causing the problem, have it repaired or replaced. Finally, calling a qualified electrician is always a good idea if you are unable to determine the cause of the nuisance tripping. A qualified electrician has the experience and tools necessary to diagnose and repair electrical problems safely and effectively. They can also help you to determine if the AFCI breaker is functioning properly. When selecting an electrician, make sure they are licensed and insured. Ask for references and check online reviews. Get a written estimate before work begins. To prevent future nuisance trips, there are several steps you can take. First, use shielded cable. Shielded cable can help reduce electromagnetic interference from nearby hot conductors. This type of cable has a metallic shield that blocks electromagnetic fields. It is more expensive than non-shielded cable, but it can be worth the investment if you are experiencing frequent nuisance trips. Second, separate hot and neutral conductors. Wire hot and neutral conductors as far apart as possible in device boxes. This will help to reduce the amount of electromagnetic interference between the wires. Use wire separators to keep the wires separated. Third, tighten electrical connections. Ensure that all electrical connections are tight and secure. Loose connections can create arcing, which can cause nuisance trips. Use a Torx screwdriver to tighten screw terminals to the manufacturer's specifications. Check for ground faults. Use a ground fault tester to locate any ground faults within the circuit. Ground faults can cause current to flow back through the neutral conductor, which can trigger the AFCI breaker. Repair any ground faults that you find. AFCI breakers are an important safety device that can help to prevent electrical fires. However, they can sometimes trip unnecessarily, causing frustration and inconvenience. By understanding the possible causes of nuisance tripping and following the troubleshooting steps outlined in this video, you can identify and resolve many common issues. If you are unable to determine the cause of the nuisance tripping, it is best to call a qualified electrician for further investigation. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electricity. Energize the circuit before inspecting wiring or making any changes. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment or PPE, such as insulated gloves and safety glasses. If you are uncomfortable working with electricity, it is best to call a qualified electrician. The information provided in this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as a substitute for professional electrical advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before making any changes to your electrical system. Some additional notes when working with AFCI breakers is that they are designed to protect against both arc faults and ground faults, so they are more sensitive than standard circuit breakers. They are required in many new homes and renovations, so it is important to understand how they work. If you are experiencing frequent nuisance trips, it is important to take action to identify and resolve the problem. Ignoring the problem could lead to a dangerous situation.